Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the special council meeting for the town of Three Rivers for April 29th. I'd like to call the meeting to order. In the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge that the land upon which we gather is unceded Mi'kmaq territory. Epwick, Prince Edward Island, Mi'kmaqi is covered by the historic treaties of peace and friendship. We pay our respects to the indigenous Mi'kmaq people who have occupied this land for over 12,000 years, past, present, and future. Second, I'd like to call for an approval of the agenda as presented. Moved by Councillor McFarland, second by Councillor Spin. Any additions or otherwise comments on the agenda? Or okay, hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Okay, don't see anybody opposed. Disclosure of conflict of interest. We only have one item. Would anybody be in conflict with that item? Okay, hearing none. And we don't have any presentations or delegations this evening. So we'll move right along to 5 and 5.1, which are job descriptions. And we have two motions to make. Did you?
Actually, the first motion is about,
Yep.
there's one motion that kind of identifies that we're in the process of assuming leadership at the Playhouse. Then there's a motion to cover off the job descriptions.
Okay. I will read the motions, we'll put them on the floor, and then we can discuss them if you wish. So the first item is, be it resolved that the council for the town of Three Rivers formally receive and accept the correspondence from the King's Playhouse Board Chair, acknowledging and supporting the transition of day-to-day operational responsibilities for the King's Playhouse to the town of Three Rivers effective May 1st, 2026. And further be it resolved that the council direct administration to proceed with the operational transition and to work collaboratively with the board to ensure the continuity of programming, staffing, community partnerships, and service delivery during this transition. I have a mover and a seconder for that motion. Moved by Councillor Van Donkersgoed, second by Councillor McDonald. Discussion. Questions?
Thank you, Worship.
Yep, go ahead.
That would
Sorry.
include all finances, positive, negatives, debt load.
Yeah, I'll let CAO give you the details.
So currently, we manage the finances already, and we would assume leadership on that. Now, there will be some transition because they would have some funding programs that are in place under the board, and we'll have to look at what we need to do to transition that. But effectively, it would be similar to our assumption of management of the Cavendish Farms Wellness Center.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Go ahead, Cindy.
I don't need this mic, thank you, Your Worship. I'm just wondering, it was discussed that this board will stay on as an advisory board, so that doesn't need to be stated in that or anything. That will be during the agreement or whatever when it's finalized, is it, John?
I see that as a separate item, and we would work with the board in creating terms of reference for their involvement in the path forward.
Right.
They would have, since they're incorporated, they would have some work that they would have to do on their own end.
Yes.
But as far as us, I would work on and I think I would see that as part of the operational transition that's captured in the motion.
Did Sayers send you a copy of the terms of reference, or Jamie? They were working on something. I thought they were going to do it. I'll check with that. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, any further discussion? We all ready for the question? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, contrary? Okay, motion is carried. Okay, the second motion is 5.1, and it's job descriptions. Be it resolved that the council approve the job descriptions for arts and cultural supervisor for King's Playhouse and artistic director as presented, and those job descriptions are included on page 6 of your agenda. So I need a mover and a seconder for that motion. Aye. Okay, moved by Wayne, second by Cindy. Okay. I'll give you some time to look over that, and you can can have, any questions you'd like to ask or comment? Go ahead, Counselor Spin?
Sitting on the board as a liaison to the museum, when it comes time for the interview, I heard it discussed quite a bit that they would like to have somebody up to be a part of the interview to see if they actually know anything about the museum. You know,
Are you talking about the museum or the Playhouse?
museum.
The arts and culture. Oh. I can't,
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So the arts and culture position has a small role with the museum, but it's primarily managing the operations at the Playhouse. And we had seen it more as a sort of a larger position earlier, but given the change that we're managing the Playhouse, that would be the primary role with other part in the museum. I wouldn't recommend that we bring outside groups into the interview process. That's the job of myself and our staff, and it's our job to know who be able to vet the applications and determine if someone is suitable or not. And I think our track record has been pretty good.
Well, aren't we going to actually hire somebody if we decided to take over the museum?
Pardon me?
Weren't we going to actually hire, we'll call it the boss of the museum?
So originally, back when we were developing our plan, our budget plan, we did talk about having an arts and culture position. Things have changed because of the recent developments with the Playhouse, and we would still see that person playing an important role with the museum. Maybe not on site day to day, but if that was something that we ended up getting to, we'd probably have to create another position down the road. Right now, I don't have the budget approval or the agreement with the museum to take it over.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Worship. These are very busy profiles. The only thing I have is there's just a little housekeeping on page 2 of the Arts and Culture Coordinator. The 5th bullet point. There's a ensure town funding resources are used effectively and clear alignment between. Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Thank you, Your Worship. I just noticed another probably wrong thing. It says a position for the Arts and Culture Supervisor, and then on the position, it's got Artistic Director. So that needs to be changed, right? It's not the same one. And so the salary is for the Arts and Culture Supervisor, is it, that's on this breakdown? Okay. Okay, thank you.
Just further to Councillor Spin's question, I think the role of the CAO is to hire staff, so that's not an outside role. And we also, just to mention that we also have an HR firm that assists in such things as well.
That was just big discussion.
Okay, any further comments, questions? So, ready to vote on this? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Okay, opposed? Don't see anybody opposed, so the motion is carried. And I'll, motion for adjournment. Moved by Alan, second by Cody.